All right, we get to ask questions. I think I'm gonna say... I've met you many times. Have you been the same all along? Have I said that before? I can't remember.
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design.
Yeah.
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness
I think
and
I've
hers
asked
into
pretty much
another
all the
world.
questions that show up the first time.
But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with
Oh, I think I
thoughts
might
of
have asked this one as well.
When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
I'm gonna say, after everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I'm gonna say, do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris?
I do. People out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
I think I was saying, what is my true identity? That's when he talks about, basically, we're God that he made, if I recall correctly. Let me try. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? I honestly can't remember. That unlocks a bunch of things? Okay, let me do that one then.
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I'm thinking either who cares about dying, I've died plenty of times, or I don't want to be a god, I want to be me. And honestly, I'm leaning towards I don't want to be a god, I want to be me.
You are you. And if you had let everything work the way it was supposed to, you never would have woken up to the reality of your true nature. There's no accounting for free will.
Never is. Who cares about dying? I've died plenty of times.
You haven't. You've flirted with dying. You've played pretend. But your consciousness is an unbroken stream.
And how do you know everyone else doesn't also experience death the way I do?
They obviously don't. You experience death the way you do by design and by your unique nature. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
I think you're wrong. I don't think dying is bad at all, and you're just making all this up as you go. Give him the Hermes lecture? Which one is that?
If you really want to waste valuable time telling me I'm wrong, we both know I'm not, then that's your prerogative.
Hell yeah, I do. I'm going to lie. Say, rest easy, I'm going to destroy her.
Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
I am the long quiet. Hi again.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Okay. You know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I know I've asked this one in a previous playthrough. Just gonna go with what happens now.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Alright, chat, what do you want me to do? Leave with her or destroy her? If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it. I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go.
God.
Faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger.
I'm trying to go opposite of her right now, so I think I'm gonna say I'm okay lingering.
To linger too long is to become worse than when you started. Would you rob yourself of all context to remain trapped in a single moment?
Brutality splashes you against the walls, but with stubborn defiance you rise again. Bones broken and body leaking. Even when you had no hope, you never gave up, and I never let you go. Without obstacles to overcome, we decay into nothing.
Ooh. Is stagnation so bad? Can meaning not exist in the absence of pain and cruelty? Or I fought you to protect others, not to better myself? I like this answer. I fought you to protect others, not to better myself.
And yet you changed regardless. Your perspective widened.
A thought is a vine, and some thoughts nurture thorns that bleed the soul, and endless growth that blots your vision and strangles your trust. When I succumbed to myself, you patiently stood by me and cut the thistles that rooted in my skin. Your compassion is what freed us both, but compassion is a thing that must be nurtured, and you cannot nurture that which cannot change.
I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear. You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. But even after the pain of defeat, you return. The dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending.
Would you have us fight forever? Dance was good, wasn't it? I don't want to think of a world without you. Are you so sure of yourself that you think the world would stop without you? It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. We are able to transcend death, and we are responsible for those it holds captive. Oh, dude, I really like that answer. It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we are able to transcend death, then we are responsible for those it holds captive. I like that one.
The echo saw horrors because his eyes were closed. The majesty of being extends beyond any single perspective.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Thank you for sharing yourself with me. I don't need to share my heart with anyone. I wish I could share my heart with you. You showed me your heart to break me. It was a terrible thing to see. If that is what it takes to rid the world of death, I could bear the solitude.
Being
Hi.
is way more interesting.
Did you come down here just to say that?
I've been watching it. Actually going against her and like arguing against her is way more interesting because it's obviously a standard for two very different thoughts of philosophy.
Yeah.
But it's great.
Suffering born in delusion is still suffering. It doesn't matter what we are now. We hurt each other, and we shouldn't have done that. We cannot let a world be spun out of that pain.
Ooh,
I like that answer a lot.
Their suffering is born of their own delusion. You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion?
Can it be both?
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
No.
Oh, that top one!
I know!
Holy
It
crap,
immediately
that
caught my
top
eye.
one.
What do you think happens? Never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let that happen. I can't let everything die. Slay the princess. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say this top one first. You know what? I'm gonna quick save. Because I don't want to lose this answer. Hopefully I won't. Because I do have a little remorse with slaying her, but I want to say this.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
Okay. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so
Wait,
sorry.
scroll down.
Oh.
Oh.
And I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. I can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't free you. Pacifist route. Man.
Ow.
You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
Super cool.
Oh, I'm glad you made me scroll down. Okay, you've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective. Keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
No.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Yo! The voice came back! You have no, which hero are you? You have no idea how.
Fuck yeah, I'm so glad that you're here. He's always there. It's so cool that he's actually showing up now. He is the bro.
I thought you died when I looked in the mirror. Oh my gosh, what should I say?
Whatever you want. Say whatever you feel.
I thought voices weren't allowed here.
Say whatever you feel.
Or, Explorer will not get rid of these answers, so Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
Okay, so from all the chapters. I thought voices weren't allowed here.
Apparently that's not true. We can worry about it later. Seems like you've been doing alright on your own, but she's too many things at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get past all that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there.
Oh my god!
So cool. Summon the boys.
It's time to resume our dance.
Hold on, I'm making a new save file for this.
This is actually really cool.
This is good. This is good.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's go.
We fast forwarding through everything? Heart.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
Nah. Oh, look at the windows.
Yeah, the windows.
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
If the offer still stands, no, you don't have to describe it. Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Alright, for you, chat. For old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really mentioned the windows, did he?
No, he didn't.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go. Alright, I'm gonna say I don't actually know how I feel about him being gone.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
I'm gonna take the blade. Because
That's probably for the
I
best.
came in here committed to
It's always
killing
seems
her
to give us
and
more
happened to
options
open
than
up this
not.
path.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Unchained.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
I'm gonna sit with her. Because I'm curious about this middle path. I don't want to be a god or the same as you are out there. I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this. What are we going to do? I don't want to have to slay you, but I don't know what other options there are. I'm sorry, slay the princess, and I'm slay the princess. I don't want to have to slay you, but I don't know what other options there are.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened.
But then that just keeps us in this cycle.
Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Yeah.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
No. Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer? I don't want to forget you. We're going back to find ourselves back here eventually. If we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before? This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Is there any other way? I take it all back. I don't want to do this. I don't want to kill you. Nah. Let's do that.
I mean, I know my personal one.
Top one. Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
Okay. We're going to find ourselves back here eventually. No. If we're talking about this right now, how do you know we haven't done this before?
I think this is sophistry. This is a meaningless
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything? Yeah. Yeah.
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty and I still like you. And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
I do still like you. But for the sake of completionism, I have to get a different ending.
Oh man, that's a real answer right there. I can't set you free.
We'd have to decide to do this every single time forever. Eventually something is going to be different. What if we change our minds? Yeah. So I'm torn between this one or is there any other way?
You can ask there anyway.
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
Okay. We'd have to make the same decision every time forever.
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and stick with what I was originally going to do with this ending, which is, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Slay the princess.
You and me both. Whatever world you want to build without me, I hope it works out. Despite our differences, I've always loved you, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Oh
Well, that's fine, but
no!
the worst version of love is when you find it at the worst possible time in your life.
You blink and the princess is gone. All you have left of her is a small, melancholic weight that sits at the borders of your heart.
Can I also say one thing real fast here on this one too? Because it was actually rather interesting just from this perspective.
Yeah.
It's nice that it's actually very, very nice that even despite the choice that you made, she still loves you as a character at the end of all of this. But what makes it very hard for a lot of people, no matter who you are, when it comes to subject matter of love and dealing with life, is that even if you love someone, sometimes there are decisions that you make that force those two individuals to split apart because it is irreconcilable. The route that they want to go on cannot be on the same road because where it takes them makes it impossible to do so.
Yeah.
And to make one choice means that you cede to the will of the other individual, not in by saying that you are giving up, say, all that you want or desire, but that it requires that what you want must be put down at the feet, and that compromise, no matter how you want to phrase it, ultimately does mean that you're going to have to give up something while they don't. And sometimes that's just not okay to do.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It's one of the most awful feelings in the world.
All right, let's see.
It is. I agree with that 100%, Art. It is 100% more of a commentary on the nature of love.
Whatever action brought you and the princess into being was rough and jagged and left each of you with a piece of the other. But destroying her once and for all, you also destroyed a part of yourself. But the world hasn't ended. Things continue on.
She's
As they do.
gone. And I don't think she's coming back.
No, she's not. A small part of her is with us.
Is that a metaphor, or are you being literal? It doesn't matter, we don't need to linger down here anymore. Let's get going.
You leave the basement behind. Then the stairs. And then you leave the cabin itself.
It's quiet here.
The path and the woods outside are an empty canvas, but there is even more to see beyond this place, the fruits of your labor, a world free from death. I have a feeling this is not going to be a good thing. Set yourself free. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel a sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
He's gone. She's gone. No one is left to trap us here but us.
Open your heart and bear witness to your new kingdom.
It's just fire.
All at once, the unyielding tension gives way. And then the shattering. You are free, and before you lies the endless expanse of absolute reality, a new absolute reality, one forged by your will and by a long and arduous cycle of bloodshed that has stained your hand countless times over. but there will be more bloodshed in this, but there will be no more. Huh, that's a completely different sentence. But there will be no more bloodshed in this new world.
It's finally over, isn't it? But all of us are still here.
Voice of the Broken came back.
I knew we'd finally see it through. All it takes to be a winner is grit and determination.
What if we're the only ones left? What if everyone else already is dead and it's just these that are left?
We really did win, didn't we? We're the house now. We get to make the rules. This is nice. No more hunting. No more running. Just us. And whatever's out there.
Absolute reality. Who would have thought there was really a world outside of us? And who would have thought we'd actually wind up siding with him?
The whispering, and the coercion, and the bickering. Everything horrible about being alive has stopped. I could get used to this.
That wasn't very hard at all. Speak for yourself.
Well, boys, how does it feel? We're not just on top of the pecking order, we are the pecking order now.
Taka!
I hope this was all worth it, because I'm personally inconsolable.
Sorry, Smitty.
Smitty.
Lucky for us, you have forever to get over it. Time mends a lot of things. You'll get better.
Hear, hear, to our vanquished foe.
It's good to be back. Now we just have to figure out what to do with ourselves. Forever. No problem. We can do that, yeah? Yeah. We can do that.
A new and unending dawn. Slay the princess. Wow!
I stand by exactly what I said. 100% going the route of actually fighting with her at the end of all things is a way more interesting at than going like, yeah, just leave together. Totally cool. And I totally get that people are gonna love that ending a lot, probably more. But I really do like the idea that like, nah, you know, you're on two different sides of it, and unfortunate point. But I'm a sucker for those bittersweet endings,
Yeah.
baby.
I think also what comes into play is that when we were first going through this game, like it was almost a 5-hour playthrough, and like we were so tired by the end. I actually ended up surrendering partway through arguing because I was so tired, and I was like, I don't have the energy to sit through all the philosophical stuff. So that's part of what drove me to just be like, all right, just leave with her. I am actually kind of glad I went and did this one, but yeah.
I'm with Quinn on this one. I definitely think it would be interesting if you started back up before taking the blade and didn't take it, and then I wonder if that's what allows you to achieve like a compromise road, right?
Well, it's funny you say that because